So we are like a half restaurant, half entertainment venue. Um, we serve like salads, sandwiches, homemade desserts. We also have like 800 or so board games, and we can help teach people games. And it's like a entertainment venue, $5 cover. You can order food as well. Yeah.
Board gaming's been a hobby for years, and we kind of researched, visited other board game cafes. Most major mid-sized capital cities have at least one. Arkansas had none. But we wanted to create like a safe analog space for folks to spend some time and, yeah.
So growing up, I didn't know what my resources were. And then when I finally started going online and looking for it, I happened to actually just have moved here back in October. So I was like, well, I'm in a new city. I know my old city didn't have it. So let me just look here. And I found this place and I'm so happy that I did.
We have such a good mix of people who come in, especially to play Dungeons and Dragons. We have like all different ages and like a good demographic mix overall. Like you're playing with a group of people who, like, in real life they're not a ton like you, but we all have like RPGs in common. So everyone is playing D&D. We have like super spirited groups. We have a lot of groups that they reserve tables to run their own D&D games. Even though we host our own, we also have a lot of D&D groups that come in and they borrow our books. So we have like books and minis and stuff like that people can use.
I am the resident DM, as my bosses like to call me. So I've been playing D&D for about 10 years total. I have to at least have something prepared for the party to do, whether it is like a shopping adventure, some kind of combat, or even just introducing them to some NPC or a plot hook. Like there needs to be at least something of a, I know what's going on here, but your party will always throw, left hand, like, oh, well, we want to go, well, here's the plot point. It's to go to this cottage. And they're like, well, we don't want to go to this cottage. We want to go to the tavern. So then it's like, all right, we're just going to do that. And then you have to be on the fly, and yes and is your strongest tool.
Garrett, our DM, is just fantastic. I often, especially if we have slower nights and I'm just up at the host stand, I'll just be like watching him, like, in the amount of stuff in his brain that he, like, I said, I'm gonna start doing Call of Cthulhu in the fall, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to the level where, like, he doesn't have to he just knows every little, like.
He doesn't have to use a rule book.
Yeah.
He's got it all in his head.
Yeah.
And then he's asking people, are you sure you want to do that though? You should listen to him if he second guesses you.
Yeah.
I've been into D&D for about 2 or 3 years now, but this is my first time actually being able to go out and play as a player. I've always been intrigued by it, so I'm very excited to try it out. I was scrolling on TikTok a couple years ago, and one of like the well-known companies, Dimension 20, was on my feed, and I was hooked from then on. They were so funny. I was like, that's what I want to be doing in my free time.
Like the biggest thing about D&D is always having somebody there who knows what's going on. So it's important to like kind of know what you're getting into, and most people don't. So that's also why I run the beginners campaigns here, to really introduce people into the whole thing, like what you're getting into, how to actually like play the game. So, cause like you're only getting half of it when you watch Critical Role or you watch some other media of it. It's like you have the bits and pieces, but you don't ever have the full picture. So
I know for me, this was like, I'm a very anxious and shy person. So coming to do something like this, it has really opened me up to other possibilities on communication. So I honestly think doing something like this improves not just who you are as a person, but some of your communication skills that you probably didn't know you had before.
I've played D&D for a long time. I think it's a good hobby. There's a reason that like people's old dads played D&D when they were kids. I worked at a restaurant where a lot of people played D&D. My first character was a druid. I love playing a druid class. You just carry a lot of stuff around with you that you'll never use most of the time.
And you can turn into a bear.
And you just wait for the moment where you're like, I have that. I know what to do.
It's an excellent outlet. It's a creative outlet. Like you can always. I've actually worked through some of my own personal problems through my characters because they've always been a part of myself. Like one guy is like my carefree side. One guy is he's business. That's all he cares about is getting the bottom line done. And then there's also a guy who's just there to make everybody feel good. The party paladin. My name is Mordain Fancy Pants. Like I make fancy pants. Like it's really fun to not have to, go to the bar, go do this. It's just you go to your friend's house, have a really nice quiet 4 or 5 hours where all you're doing is just escaping your normal world, your normal place. You are in the fantasy world, fantasy realm, trying to push all of that away and just be in the game.
I grew up very sheltered and very by myself and didn't really go out and do things, but if you take that leap, you will 100% have a better time than you ever imagined. It is so much it's so hard to describe just because you have to have that experience yourself in order to know what it feels like. It's one of those almost out-of-body experiences for some people. I know for me it was, just because it's like, I can't believe I'm actually finally getting to do something that I've been obsessed with for the last 3 years, let alone now I'm get to actually participate. So I highly recommend doing it for anybody.
People have a good time playing D&D. Yeah. Good demographics. It's not, I think some people think that D&D is this really nerdy old school thing. And I don't know. It always makes people look a little bit silly because it means that they haven't played it before. It's modern, cool, good demographics, great game.